Yo, what is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day today as usual. I did not come out with a video this afternoon because there was really nothing else to go over besides what we found on stream. So I'm like, you know what, screw it, maybe no video for today. However, I do have some freaking breaking news fresh off the press, but there are some concerns that we need to bring up about the source and how we're essentially putting our trust in the article publisher, who does seem to be somewhat of a reliable publisher at the very least. So basically, guys, Japan, their government is to be leading the development of a SWIFT-like network for cryptocurrency. Because when I first read the article head, I'm like, hang on, wait, they're doing this with Swift, dang it. But they're, what they're really implying here is Japan to lead development of a network like Swift, but for cryptocurrency. Now, first of all, I just do want to put out a disclosure there that there is no source in this article. There is no actual legitimate source that we can validate, unfortunately. However, this does seem to be a source that they have specifically vetted out themselves, and they've been getting information from them, but since the information isn't public yet, they do not want to be named. Now, I can understand that that's real, but I just hope to dear God that this news site Reuters, which, is a fairly large news organization, I think they are in some ways, trusted. I've seen a lot of actual great articles from them when it just comes to fintech and fintech innovations. In general, it's really actually a good source of information just for the general stuff in the financial industry and with business. So this right here, Japan to lead development of Swift network for cryptocurrency. This might seem kind of out of the realm here, but at the same time, it's really not, because look at what Ripple tweeted out just over 2 years ago. I mean, this is how much success they had 2 years ago. Good God, guys, I cannot wait for the NDAs to get destroyed. So Ripple tweets out over 2 years ago, they say, in less than a year, SBI Ripple Asia has brought together 61 banks representing 80% of Japan's total assets. So 80% of the banking assets in Japan are on Ripple's side. And also, we do have what is very notable, SBI Virtual Currencies, which is to be the first bank-backed XRapid enabled exchange to provide liquidity for XRP to the yen. Now, the significance of SBI is this is going to be, to my knowledge, the first exchange to hit XRapid that is in fact ran by a bank. And one criticism I do have about Ripple is some of the exchanges they have connected, they're not very large. They may have been around for some time, but there's not that much liquidity there. They're not, that big of an exchange. And really, I mean, this isn't like a good, thing to say, but I mean, the bigger the exchange, usually the more reliable it's going to be, just because if the exchange is big and tons of people are using it, it's because it's a great platform. It works. It does everything it needs for the consumers. But the SBI is going to be the first exchange to hit XRapid enablization, that's even a word, to where this is going to be a bank-backed exchange. And that's, I think, something that the government could put trust in, is if that they have a highly regulated financial institution actually running the exchange. So really not out of the realm here. We got 61 banks in Japan, to our current knowledge. This is as of 2 years ago. It could be actually more right now. So we got 80% of the banking assets in Japan on Ripple's side, plus SBI Virtual Currencies. And one thing I do want to note is look at the comments below. Just months before the big parabolic move, what are we seeing? The same exact things for today. I was seeing this, I'm going like, oh, is this a recent tweet? I'm like, oh wait, no, this is 2 years ago. Why is your price going down? I'm losing big money. Oh my gosh, oh, this sucks. I bought an asset and it's not going up for me. Oh God, poor me. Hope this guy didn't sell. Hope he waited a couple months. All right, so back to the topic at hand, not out of the realm here. We got 61 banks in Japan on our side, a lot of influence of Ripple in Japan. So now we have Japan to lead development of Swift network for cryptocurrency. Now, listen to this. This gets pretty damn interesting, and I'm hoping to dear God that this source is legitimate and has been properly vetted so that we know we're getting real information. And it says that they're also working with other countries on this, so that could be something you could tie to where Trump said that they're working with Japan on building a new digital economy. Perhaps some ties there. So let's go ahead and read into it, and I'll give you guys a little bit of my analysis. So Japan's government is leading a global push to set up an international network for cryptocurrency payments. I mean, it'd be one hell of a far-reaching dot connector if this was just a general new international network for payments, but you could probably still find some way to tie it to Ripple. But this is a push to set up an international network for cryptocurrency payments. Okay? Similar to the Swift network. Oh, no. It will not be similar to the Swift network. If it is a cryptocurrency payments network, it's going to be highly efficient and highly cheap, or well, we should say lowly, really cheap to use because XRP is freaking practically free to use. So similar to the Swift network, but again, not really used by banks. Now, again, they are developing this platform to be used by banks. This is not a consumer end platform. So they're building this for the banks. Coincidence, Ripple's got like almost all the banks in Japan on their side. So that's where I could really see, hey, there's some potential here. This isn't just random dot thrown together. Random dot connecting at me. So international network for cryptocurrency payments, similar to the Swift network, used by banks. Good gosh, music to my ears. In an effort to fight money laundering, a person familiar with the plan said on Thursday, and that's why I disclose this, is that this is not a source that we can actually validate, but we're putting our trust in Reuters and just scrolling around on their site and looking at data of how many, how many visits they get per month. I mean, it's a pretty decent sized news organization, specifically more geared toward payments and the financial industry, banking industry, things like that. So I kind of want to put my trust into Reuters, and maybe hopefully a couple months down the road, we get another thing. We get an actual piece of published, public news where we can validate the source that kind of ties in with this. So Tokyo aims to have the network in place in the next few years, the person said. Declined to be identified because the information has not been made public. Of course, a team related to the Intergovernmental Financial Action Task Force will monitor its development, and Japan will cooperate with other countries, the source said. Again, we could tie that right with Trump saying they're working with Japan to build a new digital economy. It remains unclear how the cryptocurrency network would work. I think ideally it should literally be ran by the XRP ledger because it does not have those horrible scaling limitations, but like proof of work. I mean, I am just praying to God, guys, that this is really to Ripple, because they don't know. I mean, they're saying it remains unclear how it's going to work, but my picture perfect dream for this platform is it's ran on the ILP and the XRP ledger, as well as other cryptocurrencies to be transferred can be used through ILP based gateways or XRP IOUs on the XRP ledger to actually help move other assets through the XRP ledger. I mean, I kid you not, you can move Bitcoin through the XRP ledger. You can move any asset through the XRP ledger as long as a gateway isn't established and the IOU is established on the ledger. I mean, that would be amazing. And I think that'd be great for the Bitcoiners as well, because they could take some strain off their weak network and, let the XRP ledger handle it. So how this cryptocurrency network would work, I hope to dear God it runs on the ILP and the XRP ledger. That would be the absolute smartest move. FATF in June approved the plan for establishing the new network, which was proposed by the Japan's Ministry of Finance and the Financial Services Agency regulator, according to the person. And guess what? This same exact agency just clarified XRP as a currency, my friends, not a security like the FUDs want you to think, a currency established as a currency in Japan. And then both the FSA and the Ministry of Finance declined to comment. So there you have it, guys. I mean, honestly, if this is true, which I'm gearing more towards this is likely to be true. I have read many fintech articles from Reuters. They're not this like little hypey, clickbaity, just get as many clicks as possible, screw the content kind of thing. It is more of a sophisticated platform, so I do tend to trust them in their source. And really comparing this to what we already know, this really seems like a tangible thing. This really seems like it actually can happen. So guys, major stuff. Japan's government is leading a global push to set up an international network for cryptocurrency payments. Oh my God, guys, music to my ears. Just imagine what could develop on this. And maybe, just maybe, Japan's government might be considering to leverage SBI virtual currencies for that easy XRP to Japanese yen liquidity, so the endpoints are established to exchange fiat currency. Guys, absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in the video today, guys. Really do appreciate it. Make sure you do smash the like, subscribe, check the links in the description if you would like to support the channel. Check below the description when you get yourself some sweet Ripple merch. And make sure hit those post notifications so you never miss a video or stream. And as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But damn, some good information right there. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in the video today. I will see you guys in the next one.